Have you ever stopped to look at the plate of food in front of you and wondered, is what I'm about to eat nourishing me or silently harming me? That question might sound extreme, but if you've lost a loved one to a stroke, cancer, heart disease, or diabetes, you know it's not far-fetched. According to the World Health Organization, over three-quarters of premature deaths today are caused by non-communicable diseases, and most of these are directly linked to food. We live in a world where fast food is cheaper and more accessible than a bunch of fresh greens, where soda is available at every diner, but water is rarely mentioned. We eat based on habits, advertisements, or emotions, not what our bodies truly need. Dr. Michael Greger, a renowned American physician and founder of nutritionfacts.org, has spent his life answering a seemingly simple question: how can we avoid dying from preventable causes? His book, How Not to Die, translated as What to Eat to Stay Alive, isn't meant to scare you. It doesn't force you to go vegan or chew raw vegetables every day. It's a wake-up call about the true power of food, not pills, not cutting-edge machines, but food itself. What you eat 3 times a day largely determines your health future, not in some distant time, but tomorrow, next week, next year. If you've ever thought that heart disease, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, or strokes are just a matter of luck, genetics, or fate, it's time to hear a different perspective. Modern science shows that most leading causes of death are preventable and in some cases reversible through changes in diet and lifestyle. This isn't blind faith, it's data. Thousands of peer-reviewed studies cross-checked and tested lead to a clear conclusion: food can be medicine or poison. Every day you have 3 chances to heal yourself or harm yourself a little more. What will you choose? In the next section, we'll explore the 12 leading causes of death today and how food can be your most powerful defense. Not in some distant future, but starting with tonight's dinner. Among the millions of deaths worldwide each year, 12 causes consistently stand out. They're so familiar, we've stopped fearing them: heart disease, cancer, lung disease, stroke, diabetes, fatty liver infections, high blood pressure, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, depression and suicide, and chronic kidney disease. The striking truth is that most are closely tied to food. Dr. Michael Greger doesn't just list these, he dedicates chapters to analyzing each disease. What are the common causes? What scientific evidence shows food can change outcomes? Take heart disease, the world's #1 killer. It's also a disease that can be prevented and even reversed with a plant-based, low-fat, high-fiber diet. A landmark study by Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn showed that patients with severe artery blockages could recover without surgery just by changing their diet. No red meat, no dairy, no oil, no refined sugar, just vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes. The results: symptoms disappeared and arterial plaques gradually cleared over time. Similarly, type 2 diabetes doesn't always mean lifelong insulin. Many patients can reverse it by eating right, sleeping well, exercising regularly, and avoiding inflammatory foods. Other conditions like high blood pressure, kidney disease, fatty liver, and even some cancers have evidence showing food plays a critical role in both cause and solution. This doesn't mean food completely replaces medicine, but in many cases, food is the root, the first step. A wrong diet can render drugs useless, while the right diet can help your body heal without lifelong dependence on prescriptions. This is backed not by a single study, but by thousands of studies over decades. If understood and used correctly, food is your most powerful prescription-free defense. Next, we'll examine the modern diet and the dangerous misconceptions most of us fall into daily. Today, we eat more than ever, but are sicker than ever. We live in an era of excess calories, but deficient nutrition. Food is packed with artificial flavors, colorings, and preservatives, but lacks fiber, vitamins, and live enzymes. We've normalized eating meat daily, drinking milk every morning, snacking on fried foods every afternoon, and calling it normal. But is it? When every family has someone with high blood pressure, when childhood diabetes is rising, when adults over 30 are already on cholesterol meds, the problem isn't just food. It's the misguided beliefs fueled by ads, habits, and the silence of the food industry. For example, many still believe drinking cow's milk daily is the best way to get calcium. Yet studies show that countries with the highest milk consumption have higher rates of osteoporosis than those relying on plant-based calcium sources like leafy greens, sesame seeds, or beans. We also believe meat is the only source of protein, but few know that beans, nuts, and whole grains provide abundant, cleaner protein. The issue isn't an occasional meat dish, it's when meat, sugar, oil, and processed foods become the daily norm instead of the exception. We're paying the price with illness medication and shortened healthy lifespans. It's time for change, not by eliminating everything, but by recognizing what's worth keeping. In the next section, we'll explore the Daily Dozen 12 food groups Dr. Michael Greger recommends eating daily as a nutritional compass for lifelong health. In his book, Dr. Michael Greger offers a simple yet powerful tool, the Daily Dozen 12 food groups to eat every day. It's not a rigid menu or strict diet, but a guide to optimize your daily meals for health. The Daily Dozen includes 1 beans, lentils, chickpeas, red beans, black beans, 2 berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, 3 other fruits, 4 cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, mustard greens, 5 leafy greens, 6 other vegetables, 7 flax seeds, 8 nuts and seeds, 9 whole grains, 10 beverages, water, green tea, 11 spices like turmeric, 12 physical activity. Each group comes with clear explanations of benefits, suggested portions, and easy ways to incorporate them into daily meals. For example, adding a tablespoon of ground flax seeds to your morning smoothie provides valuable fiber and omega-3s. A handful of boiled black beans at lunch offers high-quality plant protein while stabilizing blood sugar. The beauty of the Daily Dozen is that it doesn't demand you abandon meat or fish immediately. It encourages prioritizing nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory foods. Gradually, your taste buds shift. You crave vegetables more, rely less on sugar, and feel genuinely healthier. Next, we'll uncover the most controversial truths about red meat cows' milk, eggs, and cooking oil. Are they as healthy as we've been led to believe? For many Americans, a meal with meat signals abundance, a glass of milk. Each morning feels like care, an egg is protein for growing kids, and a bit of oil makes stir-fries tasty. But are these familiar images truly healthy, or are they the result of clever marketing? First, red meat. Major health organizations, including the World Health Organization, classify processed red meat sausages, bacon, deli meats as a Group 1 carcinogen akin to tobacco, asbestos, or alcohol. During processing or high-heat cooking, compounds like nitrosamines and heterocyclic amines, HCAs, form, which can mutate cells and lead to cancer. Unprocessed red meat, fresh beef, pork, is less risky but still considered potentially carcinogenic if eaten excessively over time. It's also high in saturated fats, raising LDL cholesterol, a key risk factor for heart disease. Next, cow's milk. We're taught it strengthens bones due to its calcium. Yet large-scale studies show the opposite. Countries with high milk consumption have higher rates of fractures and osteoporosis. Why milk contains casein, a protein that, when broken down, creates acid. To neutralize it, the body pulls calcium from bones, offsetting the calcium gained. Plus, many adults and children, especially in Asian populations, are lactose intolerant, causing bloating and digestive issues without realizing it. What about eggs? One egg contains about 186 milligrams of cholesterol, close to the daily recommended limit. Some studies suggest eggs don't raise bad cholesterol for everyone, but for those at risk of heart disease, diabetes, or obesity, daily eggs can worsen conditions. Frying eggs or pairing them with bacon adds unnecessary fats and calories. Finally, cooking oil. Even vegetable oils lose natural antioxidants during refining. When heated, they produce harmful compounds linked to cancer, Alzheimer's, and chronic diseases. Oil is also calorie-dense. A tablespoon has 120 calories, nearly as much as a bowl of rice. This doesn't mean you must eliminate meat, milk, eggs, or oil entirely, but understanding their downsides helps you set limits. Treat meat as a side dish, not the meal's center. Choose plant-based milk if cow's milk causes issues. Eat eggs occasionally, with greens steamed or boiled, not fried. Food isn't the enemy. Our unchecked trust in unverified claims is. In the next section, we'll explore whether a plant-based diet is truly the optimal solution or just a passing trend. When it comes to healthy eating, plant-based diet is increasingly visible on social media, in medical literature, and at global health conferences. But is cutting out meat, eggs, and dairy entirely necessary? Or is it a fleeting trend? A plant-based diet isn't just eating vegetables. It's a nutritional lifestyle, including vegetables, fruits, beans, nuts, and whole grains, all whole unprocessed foods. It's distinct from industrial veganism, where fake meats, vegan sausages, or canned foods are loaded with additives and preservatives. Dr. Michael Greger and other experts advocate this approach based on science, not trends. Long-term studies show a fully plant-based diet can lower blood pressure control, blood sugar, reduce blood lipids, and improve blood vessel function. The Blue Zones regions like Okinawa, Japan, Ikaria, Greece, and Nicoya, Costa Rica, where people live the longest, share a common trait: plant-based diets dominate. Meat is reserved for special occasions. These communities eat abundant greens and beans, living healthily into their 90s or beyond without blood pressure or diabetes meds. A plant-based diet doesn't just extend lifespan, it improves quality of life, better sleep, digestion, mood, and resistance to inflammation. However, it must be done right. Dropping meat doesn't automatically make you healthy. You need sufficient calories, plant-based protein, and possibly vitamin B12 supplements. A plate of boiled greens with salt isn't a meal, but a bowl of brown rice with tofu, greens, avocado, and flax seeds is nutrient-packed. Balance and patience are key. A plant-based diet isn't deprivation, it's a return to nature. Next, we'll expose the hidden corners of the food industry, where profits sometimes trump human health. Ever wonder why sugary, salty, fatty foods are everywhere? Why food ads target emotions over facts? Why do nutrition studies often contradict each other? The answer is simple: the food industry is a business. Its goal isn't public health, but profit. To achieve that, they need to sell more products. The more addictive, cheap, and convenient, the better. Processed foods, from breakfast cereals to sodas, sausages to instant noodles, are designed to tantalize taste buds. They rely on 3 key ingredients: sugar, salt, and fat. These not only taste good, but create mild addiction, making you eat more without feeling full. When consumers grow health conscious, the industry adapts swiftly, launching low-fat, low-sugar, or low-salt versions, often packed with artificial additives to maintain flavor. Consumers think they're eating healthier, but they're still ingesting harmful substances. Beyond products, corporations fund research. Many nutrition studies are sponsored by food, beverage, or dairy companies. Guess which way the results lean? For example, studies claiming milk strengthens bones are often backed by dairy associations. Studies saying chocolate is heart healthy are funded by candy companies. Not all sponsored research is false, but it highlights a key truth: consumers must stay vigilant. Not everything in a supermarket is safe. Not every healthy advertised product is truly healthy. Your health is ultimately your responsibility. In closing, health is a choice. No one can choose where they're born, control their genes, or avoid accidents. But every day you can choose how to care for your body. 3 meals a day aren't just about hunger. They're 3 chances to heal or harm. Food isn't just fuel. It's a signal to every cell telling your body whether you want to live longer, healthier, or not. Your body doesn't need perfection, just consistency. No one forces you to overhaul everything overnight. But if today you choose one better thing than yesterday, you've started a new journey. This journey has no absolute finish line, but every step brings rewards. Better sleep, a steadier heartbeat, a lighter spirit. Health isn't a miracle for the few, it's the result of daily repeated choices. You always have the power to start again. Even if yesterday was uncontrolled eating, even if you've faced illness or lost hope, today is a chance. Your body is waiting for you to do the right thing, and that starts with the plate in front of you. Here's to a journey wise enough to choose life, health, and longevity. Disclaimer: all information in this content is for reference only and does not replace medical diagnosis, treatment, or personalized advice. Thank you for listening to the end. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to stay updated with upcoming content. See you in the next insightful and inspiring videos.